Alright, how's it going everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So this week was pretty exciting, to be honest, as Colin was like one shot back heading into Sunday, but he ended up shooting an even par 73 on the last day to fall into a tie for 7th. So I'm making this video to look over my predictions for last week and what went wrong, as well as also taking a look into the Sony Open next week. So instead of having two separate videos, I'm just going to do both my recap of the Sentry as well as my predictions for the Sony in one video. So let's get into it. Alright, so last week at the Sentry Tournament of Champions, Colin shot 69, 65, 65, 73 to finish at 20 under for the tourney, which was 5 shots off of the winning score. And he was in contention for most of the weekend. Starting late on Friday, he jumped up the leaderboard. Saturday established his position on the leaderboard, and then Sunday it all kind of fell apart. So might be wondering, like, what happened on Sunday? Well, to be honest, it wasn't just Sunday that caused him to not win this whole thing. It was a combination of the first round where he putted pretty badly, and in the 4th round he actually had his worst round. And a rare sight here, but Colin lost 2.66 strokes approach. And for a player of Colin's caliber with his irons, those are supposed to be his strength. Like, that's really rare to see, and definitely poor based on his standards. And other than it being like an off day, I don't see any other explanation than the wind. But yeah, it's definitely an experience for him because he finished tied 7th just like last year. So yeah, that's for Colin, and I'll just go over my predictions for Kapalua real quick. First round leader, Patrick Reed, John Rahm. Not even close. I think Harris English was the leader first round, maybe JT. I went for DJ for the tournament winner. He was close, he was threatening on Sunday, but he ended up making a double bogey like middle through the round, and that kind of costed him his round. And I was only 4 strokes off of the winning score, but I don't really see the benefit of guessing all these again, so I'm gonna reformat it for the Sony predictions, which I'm gonna head into right now. Alright, so we're back on this page here with a different background, and it might sound pretty straightforward and dumb, but I honestly think if Colin could put together 4 rounds of just consistent golf, both putting and irons, and I mean, I know Kapalua's fairways are, super wide, but his driving or off the tee stats were great last week. So if he can keep that up and then keep that approach, like look at that dispersion from +1 to -2 compared to those 2 rounds, and then putting, that's whatever. But if he can keep that up, I honestly do think that he'll be able to contend this week. So I'm going for something different this week with the prediction model, probably more permanent thing. So I'm going to be identifying 3 players and 1 sleeper pick to win this whole thing. I'm not going to try to guess the winning score or first round leader because that just seems pointless to predict. But my picks for the week are going to be Sungjae, Webb, and I actually am going to put Colin in one of my picks this week. I know that's probably something that I don't want to do because it feels like a bit of a jinx, but I am confident that if Colin can put together some solid rounds here at YLI, where he led after the first round last year, I'd say a top 10 for him is solid, but I do think he will contend. Now, I could be completely wrong and, Colin has a bad week or whatever, but we're not trying to manifest that. We want positivity on the channel. So, hoping for the best for Colin this week. I think Sungjae is going to be contending because he's always been consistent. All he needs to do is improve his putting, and he should be more than good enough to go. And then Webb's just obviously the safest pick at all times. I think he's the betting favorite this week. So, that's that. And then Takumi Kanaya, he's like my super sleeper pick of the week just because he's a young stud from Japan who's finished in the top 10 in, I believe, each of the last 5 events that he played, as well as a win, albeit over in Japan. But I think there have been Japanese players that experienced success over in Hawaii. Who knows, maybe he could be the next Hideki. With that being said, that's going to be the end of the video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. And again, if Colin puts together 4 rounds of consistent iron play and putting, I do think he'll contend this week. So I'm rooting for him. Last week was exciting up until Sunday, and then that round happened. But he'll bounce back, I'm sure of it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. But yeah, either comment or tweet at me if you guys have any ideas. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which I believe should be next week post tournament.